It's a process in my faith, nothing is a waste. An opportunity to grow in my faith. Wanna be on a righteous path for his name's sake. I have my shortcomings, but I know what you're doing, Lord. Hey all, welcome to part 2 of producing a track with me. So we're going to continue off with where I left off in the last video. I'm going to continue finishing up the song. Well, I don't know if I'm really going to finish up the song. I don't think I'm going to show you the whole process of me making the song. I'm going to continue off with that, with the song Woman of God. There's been updates since then. I had to change the whole melody because I wanted to find a loop. It's been hard to find Christian loops online. Something like gospel loops. I wanted to use a piano synth, and I was just looking up piano synths online, and I found this website called Sloopy. Sloopy. It's been hard finding loops with my conviction because the samples that I find online, it's just dark. And me as a Christian, I'm a child of the light. So I really have to discern. It feels to me that some of the websites getting some certain samples I'm convicted. It's been a struggle. I forgot to put the mic on actually. But I found something that's similar to the sound that I kind of wanted. And if you want to know my reference track that kind of helped me make this song that I use as a reference track, go to part 1. Go and watch part 1 if you would like to. I'm not going to let you hear the sample because I'm still trying to know what it is with copyright and YouTube and all those things. To be on the safer side, I'm not going to play it, but I'm going to let you hear the melodies that I did come up with. I had to redo all of them. The loop that I got was a piano synth, and it's 110 beats per minute, so it's kind of slow. It's a piano synth. And one thing I noticed about the GarageBand, I'm going to show you all. I like how you can just make it your own. Like literally make it your own. You can rename the regions and rename all the instruments that you use, which will help you along the way. And I didn't know this before. And since I found out, it made it so much easier. I'm going to go ahead and let you hear the melodies that I redid. But one thing I wanted to mention as I was talking about how it's hard to find loops online, and with my convictions, is I remember a post that kind of reminded me of this, is as a Christian artist, our music's not supposed to sound like the world. And that's what I've been working on and what God has been dealing with me on. So I have to be really careful and discern. I want to stay towards church instruments like harps, organs, so that I'm not a stumbling block for somebody. R&B and hip hop, the devil has just distorted it. But someone coming out of that, they can have preferences. I don't know how to explain this, but they can have preferences that they don't really want to listen to that. So I need to not restrict myself to sound. And the sound that I grew up is R&B, hip hop. But I have to try to be careful. That's one thing I just thought about. I tried to record this on GarageBand, but for some reason it was just breaking up. So I'm just going to allow you just to hear on my voice memos. This is the melody for the first verse. And then this is still the verse as well. Really, that is a lie. This is still the verse. And this is the last part of the first verse. So I put it in parts so that I can easily remember, I think. Godly femininity. Okay, now on to the pre-chorus. I didn't really change too much. I thought I had to change the lyrics once I found the loop, but I didn't really have to change too much, and I didn't change too much of some of the melodies too, I noticed. Blossoming like the flower, I see his weakness is a power. God designed it for us, and I love it. God designed it. That's the pre-chorus. And now on to the chorus. I am woman of God, in my nature, in my thoughts. I am woman of God, quiet, gentle spirit. And this would be the second verse. Gentleness, that's the look. Operating as it should. This is still the second verse. Clothed in mercy. No, this part was actually after. This part was before of the second verse. Couldn't doubt it if I could. Clothed in mercy. This is the vocals that were leading into the bridge. And here is the bridge. Now I know it's really me that gracefully less is more. I'm really sure. This is breathing aside, that's the way it can be authentically me. And I also made some I don't know if you call it counter melodies, some intro vocals for the intro. I'm just going to play the intro vocals. One thing I notice about my singing is I have to practice more. I usually practice when I'm on here. Well, that's not true. I definitely need to practice though. Here's another part of the intro vocal as well. This last one. Those are all the melodies that I redid. And I already started coming up with the sound of the instruments that I use. As I said in the last video, this video is me producing the song. And I don't know if I'm going to show you to the end of finish producing the song for you all to see, but I'm going to show you the best, as much as I can, this process of me producing the song. I already came up with the sample, got the sample from Sloopy, and I want to show you the beats of the hi-hats and what else? The kick that I came up with. This I'm still trying to understand. Comment down below if you know of this keyboard, M-Wave. I downloaded the pack, but once I did that, it said that if I download the whole version, if I continue the downloading process, that is my information is going to be compromised, and I was so scared. So I commented in one of the videos that I used to help me download this feature, and nobody has responded yet. But I had this issue of my information being compromised. This probably has a good packs, and it's just so sad that I can't use this. I'm coming up with a snap sound now, but first I want to show you the beat of the drums that I used. That's a kick. This part would be the strings. The first thing you heard was the hi-hat. This one is for the hi-hat for the second verse. So this is the second verse rhythm. And that's all I came up with. Right now I'm working on the snaps. I'm trying to figure out which one I want to use. This thing also has like a pitch, so I can do either this to change the pitch. Like, it wouldn't work on this the snaps and claps. It will work on the piano, it will work on the drums too. Kind of like transitioning in a song. I've just been using the M-Wave keyboard on GarageBand so far because of the issue with the pack of fear of my information being compromised. Okay, so now I'm going to just figure out this snap and where to put it. I was thinking of putting it with the hi-hat. Let's redo that. So I had to step off camera to figure out where I'm going to place the snaps. And I did. And it's lagging a little bit. Anyway, I'm a beginner. So this channel is just showing my process as an artist. Coming from no musical background. The closest thing I have to music is just, as I mentioned in the last video, I would just listen to a lot of music. I heard my uncle wrote poetry and my younger brother wrote poetry as well. I don't know if they're so consistent with it, but that's the closest I have to music. I'm also learning music theory as well, trying to learn music theory. I'm going to show you what I have so far. Where I added the snaps. That's what I have so far. And I put these in between the verses in the verses and leading into the pre-chorus. So I have a kick, a snap, and a hi-hat so far. And I'm going to add a saxophone in between the pre-chorus as well. I don't know too much about the features on GarageBand. I have to upgrade to Logic because some of the features on GarageBand is I want more. And I also tried with downloading the feature for this. It was telling me my information could be compromised. So what we have to work with is GarageBand. I'm going to go through this again to see where I can add the saxophone. I put in notes what I wanted to add from the reference track. I noticed that they had a saxophone, a snare, a kick, a synth, snaps, guitar. I don't know if I'm really going to add a guitar, but I'm going to add these instruments but add my own spin on it. Let's see how this works. Right now, I'm trying to work on the sax for the pre-chorus because the pre-chorus is kind of like strings, the sample that I used. And I want that kind of, and I can't find it on this keypad. Like, I'm gonna try that. Maybe something like that. Let me try it. I found something that now I know what the arpeggiator does now. See, you explore and you learn. I might look for a loop. It might be it might just be. This has been kind of a struggle. This is a process of being an artist or going through this, learning music. I learned, but one good thing is I am learning this keyboard. Like to transpose a key. Right now I'm on the sax. But to go lower, an octave lower, I'm learning this keyboard. That's a good thing. I wanted to add a sax in between the pre-chorus because from the reference track that I'm using, there was a saxophone in there, so I really liked it. I don't want to add sounds just to add sounds. I want to make sure that it really fits. No. I'm going to try to see how this sounds. First, I want to show you how it's just pressing this button right here. The one that's kind of blinking. You can use that to transpose. I'm learning this key, I'm learning this. This looks like it changed my thing. Okay, where am I at? Because now I don't know how to change this back. Let's see if it goes back. I hopped off for a bit, but I think I'm going to end this video here. At least you all have an understanding of how it is and my process in creating a track. As I told you, I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but parts of the process of how I create a track. So I'm not done with the track, but I can show you what I changed. Before I added a hi-hat, and I looked back on the reference track, and another thing I really liked about it was the snare drum. So I changed the hi-hat to a snare drum. And here's the sound already. I added the saxophone, a sax. Here goes. Then I start all over again. That's what I have so far. So the main thing that I have is for the verses and the pre-chorus. The sax is during the start of the pre-chorus. And I'm also thinking, I don't know if I want to add something to the chorus. And then I didn't yet get to leading into the bridge. But overall, this is my process in creating a track. It's not easy. as you can see, and I'm a beginner with no music theory background. I'm trying to learn music theory, but I believe these are the gifts that God has given me. I just have to practice and work on it. And I'm going to work on this on the side. God willing, if this track gets released, there probably will be more changes. But so far, that's just the process. This is a process of me creating a track. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Comment down below if you enjoyed it. Thank you for bearing with me. I didn't get to allow you all to hear the sample because I'm trying to figure out this copyright thing with YouTube. And to be safe, I couldn't allow you all to hear it, let you all hear it, but at least you have the melodies. Online, when I got the sample, it said it was royalty free. To be on the safe side, I don't want to play it. Alright, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. Growth, growth, you should grow. Growth, growth, you should grow. Don't stay stagnant, don't stay lukewarm. By God's grace, reach maturity.